Alright, welcome back to episode number 32 of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel playthrough, and we are still in digital bugs in cyberspace, and we only have one duel left to actually play here. So I think this will also result in a level up to level 10 of our dueling level. But yeah, let's see. An Insector monster, special summoned with the effect of a digital bug monster, and equipped with Insector Hornet, can wreak havoc on the field. Prepare ways to deal with Insector Hornet and the monster it is equipped to before it has a chance to use its effect. However, trying to destroy an Insector Dragonfly that has been equipped with an Insector Hornet with cards like Mystical Space Typhoon will make things worse for you, so proceed with caution. Alright, so yeah, we've seen in the last episode that these loner decks can be laid out well, incredibly difficult, I'd say, for what we're up against and basically the combination. Ooh, I see Kaijus. This is fairly interesting. Maybe I should have looked at our deck. I think that's something that we should do from now on. Just look at our deck before we enter the battles, because these battles are actually not trivial anymore. Especially since we just get difficult cards, like difficult combinations of cards in our hands. Okay, so let's see. The Primitive Butterfly. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's a good start. Once per turn, you can increase the levels of all insect-type monsters you currently control by 1. Okay, so this is an insect-type kaiju monster. You can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in attack position by attributing 1 monster they control. If your opponent controls a kaiju monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position. You can only control 1 kaiju monster. Once per turn, you can remove 3 kaiju counters from anywhere on the field. The attack and defense of all other monsters on the field become halved. This is Owner's Seal. Return control of all monsters on the field to their owners. Okay, that's I've never seen this card before, but it's not super overpowered with kaijus, but in this level of dueling that we are at, this might be a really good combination, the two of them. Destroy as many monsters on the field as possible. Then special summon in attack position 2 kaiju monsters with different names from your deck, but they cannot change their battle positions. Okay. And by the way, 1 on each side, so 1 monster here, 1 monster here. And they must attack, if able. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 kaiju monster from your deck to your hand. Nice. Kaiju is it's a pretty good archetype. We have 4 kaiju cards in our hand. Once per turn, if there are less than 3 kaiju counters on this card, you can target 1 kaiju monster on the field, change it to face down defense position. Then place 1 kaiju counter on this card, max 3. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can draw 2 cards. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, this seems honestly fairly interesting. We also have to read the extra deck. We have some Link monsters, Shinobi Insect, 2 monsters with different names. Okay, wow. While this card points to a monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Okay, if a monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower insect monster from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, that's interesting. 2+ monsters with different names. That's so random, man. Like, I'm glad it's insect, but other than that, it would be. Okay, gains 200 attack for each counter on it. You can only use one of the following effects of Seraphim. Yes, of this monster once per turn. Use one of the following attack, and only once per turn. If this card's link summon, place 1 counter on this card for each insect monster used as its link's material. Quick effect. You can remove 1 counter from this card, special summon 1 level 4 or lower insect monster from your graveyard in defense position. Decent. Lackluster Soldier. Okay, we're definitely not gonna. This is Warrior, so we're not gonna use this. This is a really good card, don't get me wrong, but this is basically the definition of a. Not even the best, but it's a decent staple. You could just splash it. That's the word for it. You could splash it in any deck, and yeah, come on, man. Insect. Hey, 2 level 3 monsters. Awesome. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. All face-up monsters you currently control gain 300 attack and defense. This is okay, level 5, and okay, cool. Just wanted to check. Then we have the same monster. Then we have Digital Bug. Yeah, we already saw this one. Then we have this one is also really good. Insector is a different archetype. Insector different archetype. Number 28, Insect monsters. 2 level 7 monsters. If you control no other monsters, this card can attack directly. We read this already. But when it does so using this effect, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is halved. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand. So we have that, and we have the level 7 digital bug monster. Okay. Yeah, I would actually love to not start. So let's special summon this in defense position, and let's go to the end phase. Alright, so he has a pretty good combo already. He has the 2 monsters. He selects level 5. Ooh, he's gonna shuffle our monster into the deck. Oh, no, he got the Insector. Okay, so we should read this. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh boy, a lot of things is happening. We don't have a response, so we cannot. Ooh, 4,000. Okay. Okay, turn change. Let's first read what this card does, otherwise we won't know what to do with it. Once, 2 level 5 insect monsters. Okay, that's what happens. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Equip that target to this card. Okay, that's what happened. This card gains attack and defense equal to half the original attack and defense of the monster equipped. So he equipped Primitive Butterfly. And he sent, by the way, to the graveyard. Oh, wait. That's what he did. He detached 1 material. So he detached this card. And also, when this card destroys a monster by battle, you draw 1 card, but he didn't destroy a monster by battle. So let's see what influences he had. He has that, and he also has 1000 attack and defense. That's how it became so high. And he has this. You can target 1 face-up Insector monster you control. Equip this card from your hand to that target. Okay, cool. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's original attack becomes 2400. If this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can target 1 Insector monster in your graveyard except Insector himself, yeah? Your graveyard except himself, special summon the target. This effect of can only be used once per turn. Alright, so we are definitely gonna special summon this card by attributing his monster. Yes. Alright, then he has a monster, that's perfect. Then we return the control to us. Okay, then we have a monster at least. We can set this in main phase 2. We can also normal summon this. Normal summon, yeah, this is so nice to be 2 special summon though, so I'm definitely gonna keep this actually in my hand. It would be 1000 more damage. Debating. It would be so nice to special summon this because you can make the levels change and you can actually go into some extra deck plays. Yeah, and it has 2 effects when it gets special summoned, so it's really good for that. Yeah, no, let's just go into battle. It's the first time we try this, so let's just see what we can do. So that's 2700 attack. That's decent. Let's go to the end phase. No, main phase 2. And put this face down. And then go into the end phase. So basically we have this card, we should not forget. You can target 1 kaiju monster on the field, change to face down defense position. That's the thing that we can do. But yeah, it's not super useful basically. Because we only have a kaiju monster right now. But it's better if this card in your possession is destroyed by a bonus card, sent to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. That's like the useful effect of this, honestly. Once per turn, you can equip 1 Insector monster from your hand or graveyard to this card. Okay, if an equipped card is sent to your graveyard while equipped to this card, except during the damage step, you can add 1 Insector card from your deck to your hand. This card is equipped to a monster, that monster's level. Well, this card is equipped to a monster. So they work with equipped monsters. Very interesting. So he's gonna equip which monster is he gonna equip? From your hand. Okay, so you equipped a monster from his hand. Hold up. Once per turn, you can equip 1 monster on your hand from your hand or graveyard to this card. Okay, so the same thing. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's level is increased by 3. Also, it gains attack and defense equal to this card's attack and defense. That's not a lot. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard and target 1 card on the field, destroy it. So he's gonna destroy a card. Okay, that's pretty good. And also, if an equipped card is sent to your graveyard while equipped to this card, you can add 1 Insector card. Okay, so he's gonna add an Insector card to his hand. He's gonna destroy my monster. Perfect. Add it to his hand. Sure, he added another equipped card, I think. Yes. Gains 800 attack. This face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard. Target 1 Insector monster on your graveyard. Wait, he... Target 1 card on the field destroyed. Okay, so yeah, I thought he said maybe 1 face-up card on the field, because then we could flip our own monster down, but that's not the case. He actually has this card, gains 800 attack and defense. If this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, target 1 Insector monster in your graveyard, add a target to your hand. Okay, so he's gonna attack us, yeah. Nope, we can't do anything, unfortunately. It's unfortunate that he didn't target our Untitled Trap, but I guess it's only logical. No, we're not gonna do that. Thanks. Alright, so we have the exact same monster, actually. Luckily, it doesn't exclude itself from the effect, so that's I'm really glad to see that. Effect activation. Let's destroy every monster on the field. Nope, we're not gonna chain. And then we can... so basically I'll read the effect again. Destroy as many monsters on the field as possible. Special summon in attack position 2 kaiju monsters with different names from your deck, but they cannot change their battle positions and must attack if able. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 kaiju monster from your deck to your hand, so that will be later. But yeah, so I will want to special summon a stronger monster here, a lower attack monster here. This monster has decent attack, you can special summon this card for your hand. Yeah, that's the same. All kaijus have that, by the way. You can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's side of the field in attack position by attributing 1 monster they control. That's the kaiju definition or something, I guess. If your opponent controls a kaiju monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's also in attack position. That's also the case for every kaiju monster. You can only control 1 kaiju monster. That's also the case for every kaiju monster. Where your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can remove 2 kaiju counters from anywhere on the field until the end of the next turn. That monster cannot attack and has its effect negated. So that's decent. Yeah, we just want this card and to your side of the field. Okay, so it will be this card. Special to your opponent's side of the field, he will get this one. There you go, and there we go. Wait, what happened? This happened. It is face-up card on the field sent to the graveyard. Target 1 sector monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead. Alright, then we will summon this, and we can actually special summon this card from the hand. We will... no, we're not chaining that. When doesn't really matter, face-up attack. Change the level, yes, it will be level... ooh, I actually have an idea, so I think it will be level 5. Yes, it will be level 5. And then we can actually special summon this card. If this card special summon from the hand, change the battle position of 1 insector monster you control. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Let's just do it and see that nothing will happen, actually. Let's change the battle position of this monster. Yeah, we'll see that nothing will happen. We will get this monster out. 2 or more level 5 light monsters. You guys are probably... I hope you know what's coming in face-up attack. Alright, welcome to the field. Whoa, he has a lot of attack because of the influences. Because he get from both cards he gets 1000 attack and defense, so that's really nice to see. Effect activation. We're gonna flip that monster. Use the effect now. Yes, we're gonna flip this monster in face down defense position. We're gonna activate. Wait, this has another effect as well. You can also this by detaching you control, then using. Okay. Once per turn, you can detach 1 extra material, then target 1 defense position monster. You shove it into the deck. Once per turn, if the battle position of a monster on the field is changed, except you can attach 1 insect type monster from your graveyard to... Yo, yeah, I almost forgot that effect. It doesn't really matter which we attach, honestly, but let's attach the kaiju. Then that's 3. Okay, then we can use its effect, of course, to detach 1 material. We can just detach this. And we can shuffle this into the deck. Thank you. And yeah, we can also special summon the other monster with by detaching 2 materials from this card, but it has decently high attack right now, so let's go into the battle phase. Attack. Whoplash. And let's see what we can do here. And whoplash. Okay, so this battle went actually decently well because we drew most of our cards from the kaiju archetype, so that worked well together. And we just drew 2 of the what is the name? Digital bugs. Okay, yeah, digital bugs monsters, and yeah, those work together very well as well. Nice. Level 10 as predicted. Let's see what the reward is that we get. We get a icon, digital bug Rhinocebus, an icon depicting a digital bug who spawned from a glitch in cyberspace. It could power up or evolve if connected to the right slot. Alright, then we're also gonna try this with our own deck, and we get 200 gems if we complete that. So let's see how we can do. Alright, awesome. Opponent starts. Sure. They have Insector Ladybug equipped and equipped with another card. Okay, we do have to read this though. Otherwise we might miss some things. You can target one. Oh wait, let's first read this monster. Once per turn you can equip one Insector monster from your hand or graveyard to this card. While this card is equipped to a monster. Okay, that's the other effect. While this card is equipped to a he has two effects. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's levels increase by 200, also gains an attack defense. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Increase that target's level by 1 or 2. Okay, that's not too good. So okay, we have this the same card? No, it looks like the same. Dragonfly and Ladybug. Same guy, same person, but different card. Once per turn, you can equip one Insector monster from your hand or graveyard to this card. Okay, if an equipped card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to this card, that's not the case. You can special summon, yes. Okay, here, while this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's level is increased by 3. So normally it was 2, I guess. Unless this card also does something. You can target one Insector monster you control, equip this card from your hand to the target. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's original attack becomes 2400. If this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can target one Insector monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. This effect can only be used once per turn. Yeah, but he doesn't have anything in his graveyard right now, so if we just, that's the weak thing about equip cards. If we just destroy this monster, then everything will go to the graveyard. All 3 at once. So, alright, let's just summon Manju. Effect, yes. We're gonna add to our hand the ritual spell, obviously. Then we will use, let's just get Advance Visual out. Oh, he has Max C. Ooh. So he will draw cards. Okay, that's rather interesting. Then we will actually leave it here, I think. Like, we won't do any more special summons, because otherwise he will draw a card. That's basically the hand trap, by the way, a really famous hand trap. It's banned in TCG, but for some reason it is allowed in the OCG. So, yeah, that's the card. I can read it if you guys want. During either player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Each time your opponent special summons a monster, immediately draw 1 card. So that's really strong, especially if you consider the meta decks where you actually have a bunch of hand traps and every card is incredibly valuable in your hand, and even in your hand. That's what I mean. So, like, they're not only on the field, they're valuable, but also in your hand. So yeah, I think that's it. We will just use these cards next turn. I think we can use the Bingo Machine Go, I guess. Because why not? We could normally also use the Dragon Shrine and send the stone to the graveyard to special summon a card later, but I think we'll just do that next turn. Like, we're not in a hurry for that. So let's also do the Bingo Machine Go just in case we draw another Bingo Machine Go, so we cannot use 2 in the same turn. So let's do something like this. Alright, and I guess that's it for now. Let's go to the battle phase. Let's attack this monster. And let's attack once again. Alright, so, and with that we can put the True Light down and go to the end phase. Raigeki. Ooh, that's really good, honestly. Yeah, we can chain it, but there's no use. We'll just he will just kill our monster, because this monster cannot be destroyed by card effects, by the way. So that's a really strong effect. Oh, he's about to end his turn, his or her turn. Then we're gonna use the effect. Yes, we're gonna special summon Blue Eyes Red Dragon and face up attack. Alright, let's see what we draw. Trade in. Okay, interesting. What we will then do is just use Dragon Shrine first off. I don't really see a use to. No, we're. Yeah, no. Let's. It doesn't really matter if we chain it or not, but let's bring it out. By the way, if we didn't use the what is it, Bingo Machine Go, then we could actually set Bingo Machine Go from our deck right now. But as a possibility, at least, it would be a choice. Okay, then we will send to the graveyard first. I think why not this monster? It's a normal monster, so then we can send another monster, the stone. Perfect. And I guess I guess this is it. Like, why am I thinking so hard? He probably doesn't have a really interesting monster, so this will be it. Yeah. Sometimes I'm thinking way too long for these battles. Yes, so that's the victory actually. Awesome. Okay. So down he goes, and you can see our own deck usually does pretty well. Fortunately, complete. And let's see what we get as a reward. 200 gems, of course. Alright, so that's actually the digital bugs in cyberspace completed. Yes, nice. So we actually still have the Gears of Justice dispatch. That was the Geargia monsters. And after that we only have 3 left, and both gates are already open. Wait, so this is called the gate, and we will just call this doors, I guess. So the doors are open, and also here the doors are open. But yeah, now we actually have 1800 gems again, and I was actually looking forward to opening one of the packs that we actually opened really late on the pack opening things. So yeah, this is one of the decks that I was really happy about. So basically, when we opened the Duel decks, Duel feature secret packs, we noticed that there's actually a lot of cards in there which we do not like, which we do not really want to get. But in this deck, it's actually, of course, apart from the Vendred cards, these cards, we don't really like to see those. But even those, there are not a lot of them. And even if we do get them, they're still zombie monsters. So like, of course, apart from the rituals, but apart from the rituals, we can actually still use these monsters if we really have to, and if we do not draw enough of the other cards. So yeah, with that being said, and especially since we already have the Shiranui Solitaire, I think it will be fun to actually make a zombie deck. I really hope that we draw. We already have 1 Unizombie, so we're really happy with that. I really hope we get a Doom King Ballardrog, and eventually maybe even some Skull Servant cards. Yeah, and I would say let's just see. I think I hope you guys agree as well. You're here with me. We have a lot of decks. I went through them all already. I already mentioned, by the way, I unlocked the Sky Striker deck really early on. And with the amount of gems that we had, we could have easily got like nearly all the cards that we need from this deck, especially since quite a few are limited. Yeah, limited, semi-limited. These are limited and these are semi-limited. So yeah, it's this could be a really strong deck in the ranked duels, and that could be interesting if you're interested in those plays, but I am definitely not. So we will be going for our zombie deck. Yes, Abyssal Underworld. And yeah, so we actually have 1,800 gems, and it will just be our luck again. Let's see what luck we get, because these ultra rares seem to be a little bit more difficult to get than we hoped. Because this pack, if we buy 10, it only guarantees at least 1 super rare in 10 packs. So, but without further ado, I think let's start on this, and let's see what we can actually get from this deck. Alright, open. And Doom King Ballardrog is beautifully on the cover of this pack. So, and we get not a lot of zombie cards, unfortunately. We do get some Vendred monsters, so I'll have to read into those before making a zombie deck. But right, let's see. Hopefully we can actually get some zombie cards, and hopefully some Skull Serpent cards as well, because those are pretty interesting to me. Hey, King of the Skull Serpents. Alright, that's cool. That's at least 1 King of the Skull Serpents. This King of the Skull Serpent definitely needs all of the other cards as well. Otherwise, it's not gonna be too powerful. Hey, that's also a pretty decent card. I like it as well, and Fire King card as well, by the way. That's cool. All right, let's see. And that's the second pack. Let's see what we get from the second pack. White Princess, Lady in White. Awesome. Those are both. Oh, I'd say they're rare and normal, so we can, even if we don't get them from the packs, we can actually just craft them. So we'll be fine with that. And I'm really curious how many packs we actually need to make a zombie deck. Here. And we get Jacobolin, decent. White Princess, we don't have to craft that now, that's really good. But we'd love to get, I guess, more super rare cards, because the rare and the normal crafting points, we have those a lot. So apparently we will be able to craft those whether we want to or not. So these will be, it's also very doable. The trap card, that's a pretty good trap card which works on zombies. But we also would really like Zombie World, because that's a really important card. Super heavy Samurai. Hey, Glow Up Bloom, nice. That's a really good card. I like it. It works with the Doom King Ballardrog, so We would need that also, but White Mare, also a good card. Because whatever we get, we don't have to craft, so that's only a plus. Paladin of the White Dragon, funny. Zombies Power Struggle, nice. Brotherhood. This is a Brotherhood fusion? What? Why? I mean, we probably unlocked the new... No, we definitely did unlock the secret pack of that deck now, but yeah. Okay, so these are super rares. Okay, we didn't care for that, and we just don't care for that. But we got the Jacobolin, and we got the White Princess, so sure. And let's see what we can get in this pack. Glow Up Bloom, awesome. Okay, we would really like to have at least one of the... Okay, we found new packs. Okay, we already had this pack. As your 10 had no ultimate rares, your next 10 pack purchase of this pack will be guaranteed to have at least one ultimate rare. Alright, so indeed, we basically can pull packs and not get a single ultimate rare. That is so sad, honestly. So yeah, we already had this one, The Fist of the World, I thought we had that one, but let's go. Guardians of Fire, that's the Brotherhood deck probably. Yeah, Fire Formation 10 tanky, yeah. The Ritual, the Fusion, yeah, so this is the Brotherhood deck. Decent, but I'm unfortunately not too interested in it. So, Fires of this, I thought we saw the deck already. Maybe we've seen it before and we just didn't do anything with it. Ooh, it's a Shiranui deck, but this is super rare. This is actually Mizuki. That's a card that we could very well use for our zombie deck. Untitled Fox, Samurai Skull. Yeah, and some decent random zombie cards, I guess. When this card, yeah, it's a decent random cards in the zombie deck. And Ghost Meat Girl, it's a Shiranui card. But yeah, this super rare card, they are both amazing. Okay, that is a little bit of a pity because now we only have 200 gems. Oh wait, maybe we have some rewards that we can collect because we got to level 10 as a level. Let's see, there's only one mission and perhaps, just perhaps, it is 200 gems. Oh boy, perfect. Alright, that gives us enough gems. Man, I feel kind of bad spending all our gems every time we get them, but I think this will be worth it, especially since this deck will be, or the featured special, what is it? Secret pack. The secret pack will be gone in a few hours from now. Abyssal Underworld. Alright, so we will at least get one ultimate rare, so that is fine. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, so 10 more packs, let's see. And we get no cards that we actually really need, but that's how it goes sometimes. Alright, let's see, that's a super rare at least. White Princess, that's cool. Powers, what is this card? Place one Spellstone counter on this card. Okay, I am not familiar with this deck, with that archetype, but it's not related to zombies at all, so. Alright, let's see what we can get from this. Unfortunately, Plague Spreader Zombie is decent. If this card's in your graveyard, place one card from your hand on the top of the deck, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. It's basically, as you can see, it doesn't have any effect on the field. It's only a special summon effect, and those cards are generally regarded as good. Because they can easily lead into extra deck plays, and that's why this card is generally pretty good. But for us, it will be not an interesting card because it doesn't do anything on the field. We need actually monsters that actually have either high attack stats or have good effects on the field, and preferably good effects. And this card is basically a normal monster. So yeah, this doesn't do anything for us, unfortunately. Yeah, let's go. So the next pack, the fourth. I really hope that... Oh, we got a White Prince, that's awesome. Return of the Zombies, perfect. Jacobolin, also perfect. I really hope that the ultra rare, yeah, that we get is actually the Doom King Ballardrox. That would be nice. Or Unizombie is also great, but Doom King Ballardrox is actually the card that we really need. That's unfortunate. That's the Charmer, yeah, Charmer deck. Toon Briefcase, that's cool. And White Princess. Ooh, our ultra rare. Jacobolin, White Prince. Black Luster Soldier, Sacred Soldier. I do not know this card. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one of your banished light or dark monsters and one card your opponent controls. Return that banished card to the graveyard, and if you do, banish that card your opponent controls. Okay, you can only use this effect once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster per battle, you can target one level 7 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So this is in a warrior deck, and you have to find a way to special summon it, so I'm not sure how this card would work. But oh well, it's something. Phantasm Spiral. White Princess, Zombie Master. Zombie Master is also, it's apparently a normal card, so we will be fine with it. But Zombie zombies in general have a lot of cards which are decent, but they're not necessary to have in deck if you have better cards. But they're still decent, so I think we can, regardless of whether we get this Doom King Ballardrock or not, we can actually still make a pretty decent deck. And Lady in White. Oh, Glow-Up Bloom. Another Glow-Up Bloom. So I think we have 3 of those already. That's amazing, honestly. I am really happy with that, but I'd love to see... Yeah, Zombie World's also an ultra rare. That's a pity. Ooh, he slashed our screen. For some good luck, I guess? Let's go. And we see no glossy, or... This is a ultra rare. Ooh, but that's... Oh man, I wish we could turn off getting links and getting all those other cards. I would really prefer not getting this. But alright, we actually got the White Princess, Zombie Master again. These are normal cards, so it doesn't really matter whether we get those or not. You found a new card pack. Okay, so we got... Oh yeah, of course, with the and Spiritual Mastery. Let's just... Oh no, wait, let's first see how many we have. We didn't need this, we didn't need this, we didn't need this. We do need this. That's really good. White Mare, perfect. White Prince, we have only one, but we can craft it. White Princess, there's some kind of bug here. This must be a bug, right? Like, this is the only one that's different, and we have 5 times 8 White Princesses. Okay, Jacobolin, awesome. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll just we'll actually make a deck in a little bit. I'm pretty excited for it as well. Spiritual Mastery. So this is the Charmers deck. Charmers, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, okay, so this is the Charmers deck. It's decent, but only with extra deck plays. And we have the Inevitably of Chaos. Okay, so that's that monster, and we actually got this monster. Okay, so it's a Black Luster deck or something? Or Chaos, it's a Chaos deck. Gateway to Chaos, I see, okay. Yeah, so it's about light monsters or dark monsters that cannot be normal summoned or set, because that's what Chaos Space does. Send 1 light or dark monster from your hand, and add 1 light or dark monster that cannot be normal summoned or set from your deck to your hand. Yeah, so you can actually get it to your hand, but then you still have to summon it. I am not completely familiar with this, how this deck works, so I'm not sure how that would be done. But regardless, we actually have some cards now. Let's go to deck building. Deck. Create a new deck, and the deck is gonna be named Zombie. And that's also what we will type here. Oh, Zombie, and see what cards we actually get. So a Zombie Monster is a great card. We will actually, it's only normal, so we will definitely, we have a lot of that. We will definitely generate 1 more. Alright, then we have, oh, we actually got a glossy card from the generation. That's cool. This is also a pretty good card. You can discard 1 zombie monster, special summon this card from your hand. That's useful. During your opponent's main phase, you can target 1 zombie monster in either graveyard, special summon that monster, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then banish this face-up card until the end phase. You can only use each effect once per turn. So that's pretty useful, and it's especially useful if you have Zombie World. So, alright, and we have Lady in White. Yeah, so wait, hold up, this card as well. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand. So, for example, that's Jacobolin. But even better, that would be Doom King Ballardrock. So, add 1 level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand. Or, if Zombie World's in a field zone, you can special summon it from your deck instead. Also, in either case, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except zombie monsters. So, that's a pretty good card. Let's see, we have Lady in White. I think we're also gonna make this a zombie Skull Serpent deck. So this is normal, yeah, so we will definitely generate 1 of these. And we have 3. I will just put 3 in just so we know. Plague Spreader will be bad. Pain Painter. When discard, oh, this is treated as Plague Spreader zombie, so yeah, we're not. Vendred card. Then we have this Ritual, no, Quick Play Spell. Vendred card. So yeah, this card's also good. It's normal, so let's generate when. Okay, thank you. I like this card. It's banish one zombie monster on the field, then special summon one zombie monster from the graveyard from the player who controlled it to their field in defense position. And then if in the graveyard it has actually an effect. If this card's in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck. If you do, set this card. So these cards become infinitely better once you have Zombie World. But yeah, we have 50 ultimate rare, ultra rare now. I'm not sure if we should all spend it on the zombie deck or if we should complete the. We are close to completing the Blue Eyes deck. I think we have nearly everything we want. We just don't have the Melody of the Awakening Dragon, if I remember correctly. We also have this, and this is a super rare card. Ooh. Okay, if a level 5 or higher zombie monster on the field, target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. During your main phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can shuffle it into the shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck. And if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use one zombie Necronize effect per turn, and only once that turn. So definitely going in. Target one zombie monster on the field until the end of this turn. It gains 1000 to the deck or loses 1000 to the deck. During your main phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters. That's common. You can shuffle one back and actually set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So definitely also in the deck. Then we have Unizombie 100% in the deck. We would love to put more in this, but we don't have it. So Shiranui Solitaire. This will actually get our Unizombie on the field, so that's incredibly important. This is also a really good card. I like this. You can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard. This card gains 600 attack, and if it does, banish any monster that battled this card. So and it has, if this card's banished, you can target one Shiranui monster in your graveyard except Shiranui Scimitar, add it to your hand. So yeah, decent. I just like it for its first effect, basically. I'm not sure, we're not gonna pair this with Shiranui cards because Shiranui is actually focused on XYZ summons. Alright, what other cards do we have? Oh, Zombra is also a decent card. It's rarity. Special summon this card in defense position as an effect monster, zombie, and we can, for example, banish this card, right? We can use this card on it. It's also still, if this card summoned this way is destroyed by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. So that's a decent card as well. I think we're gonna just make a few more of those. Why would you even want to make more than 3? Ah, okay, yeah, true. Okay, we can only generate 2. Or we can generate 3, but we will only generate 2. If you control no monsters, target a zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So I guess, yeah, that's worth it to maybe put twice in the deck at least. Then we have those zombie monsters. Zombie Masters already in the deck, yes. Did I read Zombie Master? I'm sorry. Once per turn, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one level 4 or lower zombie monster in either graveyard. Special summon that target. So again, it becomes infinitely infinitely better once we have Zombie World, because that makes every monster on the field a zombie monster, and also in the graveyards zombie monsters. And I was thinking about Book of Life. That is a rare card, so nice. We can definitely generate that. So let's generate 3 of those. Nice. And let's see. Then we can put 3 of these in the deck. What would also be a good card? It's a good card in more decks. Allure of Darkness. I think that's a ultimate rare card, probably. Super rare. Yeah, still incredibly good though. It's a really good card. Doom King Balladrog we already know. Doom King is an ultimate rare. Yeah, that's such a pity. That's such a pity. Perhaps I know another card is. Yeah, Mizuki is apparently super rare. Yeah, super rare. So, but we don't have a lot of that. So, Gosuki was also super rare. Yeah, also super rare. Foolish Burial is gonna be super rare. It's limited to 1, but ultimate rare. Sorry, of course, ultimate rare. I'm just curious, like, should I buy one of these and then, because we could use this card in a lot of more decks, but it's like I've always been on debating about this card. Like, it's also some kind of staple. It doesn't fit in every deck, definitely not. There's I can name quite a few decks where it doesn't fit in, but it fits in like almost like definitely the majority of the decks. Okay, so Unizombie, we don't have it. I also liked Vampire Fraulein. Not sure what rarity. Super rare. Oh my god. When a monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per battle, if your zombie monster battles an opponent's monster, during the damage calculation, you could pay life points in multiples of 100. Max 3000. Your battling monster gains that much attack and defense during the damage calculation only. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed any monsters by battle, you can special summon them from the graveyards to your field. So that's a really good attack effect, in my opinion. But yeah, that's not really difficult. Zombie Necronize. These are all, I guess. Oh, this is a normal card. I guess we could make 3 of these because it gains our monster's attack. And also it only costs the normal things, so I don't see why that would be a problem. So let's add some more of these in the deck. The deck is definitely not super consistent now. We definitely have to work on that still. This is super rare. I don't know why this is so much better than this. Because it takes control of an opponent's monster, but yeah. Let's put in one of these. We're just trying to get to the 40 cards. I think right now that's probably the best plan. Alright, give me a second. I'll check which other cards will be nice, otherwise it might get a little bit boring, and I'll turn on the recording when I found an interesting deck layout, and I'll share it with you and my reasoning for it. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, that didn't take long at all. I actually just read through all the cards that we have, and some more other cards actually came to mind, which I was thinking about, and I also looked at the dismantle thing, but that would only net us in some rare and normal. I don't see a reason to not do it, basically, but yeah, let's just do it. So then we have this, but we don't get any super rare or ultra rare. So yeah, so the cards that I was thinking about, of course the very old school Spirit Reaper. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but yeah, let's generate that. It only costs rare, so I'm glad that it does. We'll put it at 3 times in the deck for now. We'd love to have more cards in the deck and then just take out what we think will be like redundant. Another card that, yeah, so basically the Shiranui archetype. Shiranui, because we already have some of those cards, I think it's pretty smart to actually use some of these. We have the Swallow Slash, and this Swallow Slash is actually, you can see, attribute 1 zombie type monster, so that doesn't have to be a Shiranui monster. Then target 2 cards on the field, destroy them, and that's really good. Just targeting 2 cards and destroying them. Then banish 1 Shiranui monster from your deck. You can only activate 1 per turn. And we already have Shiranui Solitaire 3 times in the deck, so I think this is at least a 2-off. Not sure if it's a 3-off, but yeah, we have this Shiranui monster in the deck, and also this one. If this card's banished, you can target 1 Shiranui monster in the graveyard, except add it to your hand. That's decent, and this has, you can target one of your... This card is banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranui monsters, except Shiranui Solitaire, or up to 2 instead of Shiranui. You can just special summon it, basically. So that's, I think it would be a 3-off then. But I do have to remember you can target 2 cards on the field and not more, not just 1, or not up to 2, basically. But always 2, so that's important. And perhaps it's even worth it then to also run at least 1 Spirit Master, because he actually has... If this card's banished, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. So you can even destroy 1 more card. It's a pity that there's no side deck. This card would definitely be in the side deck if it were up to me. But yeah, so yeah. What does this say? It doesn't say anything. I think, what does this mean? Zombie? Or this is tuner, I guess? This is also tuner. Yeah, okay, so the green things are tuners. And that's the type zombie. All of them are zombie. Okay. Yeah, so that's the Shiranui things, and of course we also, what is the name? Samurai Skull. That's also a pretty good card, because when this card's normal summoned, you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. Sorry. You can special summon 1 level 4 or lower zombie monster from your deck. That's it. Wait, we have to craft it yet. It's normal, so it doesn't take too many resources. Alright, awesome. Then we have these 3. And yeah, at last, like I thought, if we have banished zombie monsters eventually, we will have this Glow Up Bloom banished, for example. I thought, wait, let me type different dimension reincarnation. That might be an interesting card as well. Discard one card and target one of your banished monsters. Special summon it in attack position and equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. I'm not 100% sure if we will put it in. Definitely not 3 times, but yeah, it's a good card also for other decks. Basically, that's why I was thinking of this card. And yeah, we have 2,000 of the rare. I don't think I'm not sure how the balance is in this game. I feel like this will we will stack this up continuously because we will continuously get rare cards and they will overflow. So we will dismantle them again into those crafting points of a rare, and also the normal rarity. So I don't see this ever going down by a lot. Like I don't see us ever running out of these. I see them actually only going up whenever we buy packs. So yeah, that's what I think, and that's why I think it won't matter to just generate 3 of these, and at least put 1 in the deck. Yeah. So with that, I think this card is decent, but it only works if you don't control any zombie monsters. So we'll take 1 out. I like this card. You can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. That's pretty good. It's similar effect to Unizombie as well. Gosuki would be also so nice. Mizuki would be nice, and we definitely need the staples, or not the staples, the important cards of this deck before we can actually start to play it, and that will be the Zombie World and Doom King Ballardrock, at least 1, because then we can actually add it to the hand or special summon it. But Zombie World in general, like 3 times Zombie World, is definitely the main priority. And then 1 Doom King Ballardrock, and if we have that, we can start playing at least. Then still we would like more Unizombies, 3 Unizombies and 3 of the Doom King Ballardrock. But yeah, then at least we have a decent deck. I think we'll take 1 of these out. We will also take 1 of these out because since we don't have Zombie World, then these cards are a lot worse. I think the same works for this. Send 1 special summon. Yeah, you can get another zombie monster on the field. It's usually not that useful, and especially since if we are going up against more difficult decks, then yeah, it will become difficult. I also think the power creep is decent, but not that good. Oh wait, we didn't even do the Skull Servant cards. Skull Servant. Ooh, okay, so we actually also have some Skull Servant cards, but apparently not even enough. It's rare. We have White Prince. Where's White Prince? Oh, here. It's rarity. It's so weird to say that, but yeah. So yeah, and we don't have White Baking. We don't have a single White Baking. He was super rare, if I was not mistaken. White Baking. Yeah, super rare. Yeah, I don't think we can make a Skull Servant deck. This card still face up level 3 or lower zombie monster on the field, except this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, they are unaffected by spell trap effects. Yeah, that still protects these cards, I guess, and also the Unizombie. Not a lot of every other card, but yeah, I guess then we can run still 2 of these. Oh, and then we're at 40 cards. So yeah, this deck still needs a lot of work, unfortunately, because there's a lot of ultimate rare cards that we still need. Like I said, Zombie World. If we had 3 times Zombie World, then we had 3 times Zombie World and 1 times the Doom King Ballardrock, then we are almost there already. So we can actually start to play with this deck. But until then, I don't think it's gonna. This deck's not yet gonna work, but it's definitely a cool deck. It's not stronger than our Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. But that's mainly because we already spent a lot of points on this beautiful Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. The only thing we need for a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck is basically perhaps another of the Melody of the Awakening Dragon. It's already incredibly strong, the deck that we have like this. It's just that this card's also really good, not only for the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, so perhaps it's just worth it to get it as well. Yeah, I think we have these super rares. This is also not super useful. The Dragon Shrine, it's good, but I'm not sure if it's worth it to get to have 3 times in the deck. But the Melody of the Awakening Dragon definitely, because it can just add more dragon monsters to your hand, and especially you can just choose which one you'll add to your hand. So and since it's the ritual monster, it includes the ritual monster as well. I think that we might just finish off our deck by buying one of these Melody of Awakening Dragons and like just leave the Dragon Shrine, I guess, at 2. This is also super rare. Yeah, no, I think that we will actually finish off this deck because then we are actually done. We might just get another Dragon Shrine and another Sage of Ice with Blue, and then we're completely done with this deck. We will not use 3 Melody of the Awakening Dragons. It's just not worth it. But then we're actually completely done with this deck. We won't need any more of that. So I think that will actually be the thing that we will be doing now. So we will spend all of our crafting points. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it has to be done. And then we're completely done with this deck. So let's put in another Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Let's also, oh, my bad. Let's put you in again, and let's generate another of you, please. Awesome. And let's put you in as well. And finally, Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine simply helps us to get the stone in the graveyard, so and that can actually start our plays off very often. So yeah, like this, we will keep it. We do have to take some cards out. I think it's also worth it to then just take one Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon out because we have this Melody of the Awakening Dragon, which actually adds this card to our hand. So I think we will take one of those out. We can also take the Bingo Machine Go is awesome, but it's ultimate rare, ultra rare. Like that's the reason I usually keep it in, but it's not that good. It can't add every card to our hand. The thing is that the Blue Eyes Chaos Max, it can also be searched with this Bingo Machine Go. Only if you have 3, then you can search it by like without any doubt that you'll get this card, because if you know this card, it will reveal 3 cards and your opponent chooses one of them to add to your hand. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a side note. We will remove this card as well, and perhaps one of the True Lights. True Light is amazing, but it's not super useful for our ritual card. Yeah, no, actually it is. It actually is. I think that the Bingo Machine Go will be one of the cards to go. No, I actually got it. It will be the Manju. Will it though? This is also good, this is also good. I think, no, okay, we got it. It will be the Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Because usually we don't use 2 of these and we draw into it more than we actually need it. So okay, after some pondering, I guess, this will be the layout of the deck that we will be using. Let's click on save. And yeah, we actually got a key. 1 free pool. That is very interesting. Well, let's of course use it. Let's if we now get one of the cards that we just bought, then would be a little bit of a pity, but let's see, an ultra rare card actually, and we got Bingo Machine Go. Okay, that's a pity, but yeah, we can oh, this is by the way a really good card. If you control level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell trap card's activated, negate the summon or activation. If you do, destroy that card. So this is actually a really good card to have. I'm really glad that we have it. Skip, yeah. Show number. We only have 1 of these, so we will definitely. It's such a pity that we don't have a side deck on this game, because we would definitely love to put that in the side deck. It depends really against what deck we play, because we can actually use that card to actually negate some kind of, yeah. So let's generate 2 of these. No, generate 2, please. So then we have 3. Yeah, then we have 3 of these. It's a really good card. It doesn't have anything to do with Blue Eyes White Dragon in general, but it has to, if you have a level 7 or higher normal monster, and that's very often the case if you have Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. So we can use that to negate your opponent's whatever is gonna happen, right? Also, currently we're using this Dragon Spirit of White, which takes care of spell and traps really efficiently. But we also have Blue Eyes Solid. Oh, Solid, my bad. Blue Eyes Solid. Yeah, this card. If this card's normal or special summon, so it's similar to this card, the activation requirement, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effect. So that can also be very useful depending on which deck we're playing against. So when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do, special someone with Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. So yeah, that also it also has some effect to get Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, similar to this card, but this card's only from your hand. But yeah, that really supports this champion's vigilance. Alright, so with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. We now have 2 decent decks. The Blue Eyes Red Dragon deck is still the strongest out of all, and I think we're finally done with everything that we wanted to buy for the deck or wanted to craft for the deck. So that's definitely at the point where we are completed with it, and now we can actually comfortably move on to another deck and try to spend some points, crafting points for towards building up another deck. And yeah, I'm really happy that we are at this point, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one as well. Peace out.